If there are two things that I learned from the movie Uproar, it's that one, Julian Dennison is a really good actor. And two, Uproar is everything that you would expect from a high-quality, low-budget movie. Let's talk about it. Uproar, directed by Paul Middleditch. Say that 3 times fast. And Hamish Bennett is about a teenager named Josh Waka, played by Julian Dennison, who attends the private school, St. Gilbert's School for Men, where he is a bit of an outcast. The setting of the movie is during a time of high tension when people are protesting the arrival of the Springboks, South Africa's rugby team, because of the team's continual support of apartheid. I watched this movie on Canopy, which, if you have a library card, your account can be linked to your local library and you can watch all kinds of smaller and international movies for free. The movie also stars Rhys Darby, who plays Josh's teacher, Brother Madigan, who encourages Josh to pursue his talents in drama, and Minnie Driver, who plays Josh's widowed mother, Shirley Waka. So what do I mean when I say that this movie is everything that you would expect from a high-quality, low-budget movie? Well, first, it is a passion project. The director, Paul Middleditch, said that the movie is loosely based on his own upbringing. Said Middleditch, "Uproar is a pretty personal project for me. Like Josh, I was the awkward kid with glasses, an outsider with a passion for arts and film in a sport-obsessed school trying to figure out my path. So there's the personal element to it. 2, sometimes when smaller movies include big-name actors such as Minnie Driver, they are only there to include their name in the credits and end up playing a very minimal role in the movie. This is not the case with Uproar. Minnie Driver, as Josh's mother, has a significant part in this movie and has a very good scene with Josh towards the end. And 3, the stakes are not world-ending. It is a personal journey for Josh that changes the direction for a small group of people. But something else that I felt this movie did very well is balance. There's an obvious social justice message in this movie about protest and activism based on real events. And the movie did a very good job of balancing the perspective of the two sides while still showing how Josh internalizes the message and makes his own life decisions. There are 2 turning points for Josh. One that I would call an expressive or emotional turning point, and one that is unifying. The expressive one comes about halfway through the movie when Josh gets very emotional about attending a protest that ends in violence. He gets emotional with people in his family and he needs to learn how to channel that emotion. Then, at the end, after Josh has already internalized his message, he has a much more unifying event based on that same message. It's small scale, but in Josh's journey and for those closest to him, it is a big turning point for his character. It's similar to what happened in the movie Barbie. About halfway through the movie Barbie, Gloria, played by American Ferrera, has a very emotional speech about how she has felt oppressed. She eventually needs to learn how to deal with this and channel that into something more positive. Then, in the end of the movie, we get a much more unifying speech from Ruth Handler, played by Rhea Perlman, that is much more inclusive for the characters and the audience. And while I won't spoil the ending of Uproar, I will just say that it was a really good unifying moment. I also wanted to talk a little about some of the Maori elements in the movie. 3 in particular. First, let's talk about his haka. So there is a scene where Josh performs a haka. For those who don't know, the haka is a traditional Maori dance often performed to show strength to your opponent or enemy. Second is the marae. A Maori marae is a cultural gathering place for a community. It is similar to a church building and holds a similar sacred status. In Uproar, while the marae is not a central setting, it does play a factor in the plot. Third is what in Maori is called a hongi. A hongi is a traditional greeting where people will press their noses together and usually they will breathe in each other's air. You may have seen this done in other movies. Tamura Morrison did it in the movie Aquaman with Jason Momoa. It is a common cultural greeting in both Maori and Hawaiian culture. Overall, if you are looking for a cultural coming-of-age movie with elements of social justice and with quality acting, this would be a movie to check out. Great performances and good story balances make this movie worth watching. But what did you think? Have you seen Uproar? Let me know in the comments. Like the video, and we'll see you next time.